How did Breece Hall get so wide open for that big 79-yard wheel play? Down to the 1-yard line? Well, to tell that story, we must go back to the first series of the game. The Jets ran the ball for just 12 yards on their first 5 attempts over the first 3 series. Not good. But why? Because Miami's defense was on its toes. The Jets defensively, they played the pass first. They didn't want to get burned by Hill and Waddle, so they played a lot of too deep. They had big nickel in there against 21 personnel, Will Parks going lighter, and they dared McDaniel and the Dolphins offense to run the ball. Miami did the opposite, as a lot of defenses do against the Jets, against a young quarterback in the NFL. They load the box, they're on their toes, and they dare the young quarterback, to beat them. So Miami, a lot of run blitzes early, being very aggressive. Watch the slot corner here. This is the first rush of the game. In fact, LaFleur, on the first 3 first downs of the game, threw pass plays. So he knew they were going to be aggressive. He sees it every week. But this is the first rush of the game. There goes the slot corner. Miami's just being incredibly aggressive. Linebackers on their toes. And it was a trend. Again, another nose tackle look. Linebackers see them on their toes. Michael Carter, nowhere to go. Are there things the Jets need to clean up in the run game? Of course. But it's very difficult to run the ball. I mean, look, you got a nose tackle. I think it was 2-3 techs. It's very difficult to run against that look, especially in today's NFL. Here we go, nose tackle again. Linebacker off the edge. Pretty good block on the Mike there. Who was that? Connor McGovern getting to the second level. Decent job. They just couldn't squeeze through. AVT couldn't hold it long enough against Wilkins. Watch the linebacker here, darting through the gap, just on their toes, ready to roll, trying to stuff the run. That one came back. It was a minus 6-yard play, but what was it, face mask on this one? I think it was face mask, but it was a penalty on the Dolphins that came back. And this might be the last one. There goes jet motion. Just more aggressiveness from Miami. So, how does Breece Hall get wide open? Well, this is why. LaFleur looking at how aggressive Miami's defense was. And he knew that coming in. That's why he passed it on his first 3 first downs. Actually, this is the last running play. Little zone read action. And the zone read action, whether the quarterback has an option to keep it or not, it really does wonders when you're struggling to run. Let's watch the linebackers here. It was a safety in the box. And they're just, look at the linebacker. Maybe it was a scrape exchange, I don't know, but the edge or the D tackle crashed down there. Linebacker went to an immediate scrape action. Here is the play. Split, gun, tight here. Tight split with Corey Davis. You got a tight end in the wing. It's a great look when you have Carter and Hall together. And you got Berrios, not exactly tight, not exactly wide, right by the numbers. I'll call him the X because he's on the line. Look at the defense. Single high, press, strong safety. Where is he? Here with a linebacker. So you're basically playing a 5-3 here. That's what it is. Call it, their base defense. Whatever. It's a 5-3 with the strong safety. Single high. This is in contrast to what the Jets were doing. A lot of 2 high, 3 safeties even, daring the Dolphins to run. And strategically, it's simple. You take what the defense gives you. And when you're game planning, you force the other team to do something they don't want to do. And you say, hey, this is what we're doing. You got to do this before we change. And until you prove you could do this, we're not changing. At this point in the game, the Dolphins were daring the Jets to prove they could pass on them. We're going to be aggressive and shut down your run. So they're not going to change until LaFleur and the Jets do that. What's the best way to do that when the linebackers are on their toes and they're playing a strong safety basically as a third linebacker? Get the running backs involved in the passing game. Because then these guys who have to take those responsibilities in the passing game get screwed playing the 2-way game. Let's run it through. Play action, sort of a split action with the wing coming across as a flasher. Breece Hall acting as the lead blocker in play action, just goes on a wheel and gets lost in space. It's just a great, it's a tremendously designed play, but more importantly, it's a great in-game adjustment. Doing what was necessary to defeat the Dolphins' strategy. So let's see what coverage the Dolphins run here. First of all, look at the linebackers. Look at the second level. Extremely attuned to the run. You see the flasher coming here. It doesn't mean it's a run necessarily, but up front, it's really good run action. Trying to get them going like it's coming off the edge. An outside zone, a wide zone of some sort. A wide zone split, outside zone split. And then, let's see the coverage. It looks like just to be man. It's cover one with a single safety. Press here. And that's another thing. Press with a single safety with no two deep. That's insane coverage in today's NFL, folks. That's disrespect. That is disrespecting the quarterback. To play press and single coverage. Press and two deep, fine. Single high and off coverage, 5 yards, fine. Press and single high, that's disrespect. So LaFleur, this was the play. The concept, the idea that broke the game wide open and said, these aren't the same Jets. You do this, you disrespect us, we're going to burn you. So if it's cover one, if it's man, you got press here, you got man here, you got man here. The strong safety is most likely on the tight end. Let's see what he does. Let's see how they act when he goes in motion. So this is the key. Man here, single high. These three, linebacker, safety, are going to be responsible for running back, tight end. This tight end coming across, going against the grain and the flashing, whatever you want to call it, the flasher. There's a lot of the sifter. There's a lot of different names for it. That split action, that messes everything up because depending on how they communicate, right now the safety has the tight end in man coverage. But if he comes across the line, then it's probably going to be the linebacker. This second level here, lots of times, it's not directly man. It depends on the side they release. So LaFleur letting this be a flasher really screws things up. Let's run it through. Tight end goes. So linebacker here is going to have the tight end. This Mike should have Carter. And then this safety, I think that's a safety. We'll see from the tight view. But regardless, these three guys, we'll call them linebackers, will be responsible for Breece Hall out of the backfield. And now this route with Corey Davis, the tight split, trying to create a little traffic with a rub action against this outside guy, whether it's a linebacker or safety, that's the other goal here. So from the start, run. The offensive line showing me run. The tight ends is showing me a split zone action of some sort. Everyone's thinking run. They're on their toes anyway because they're playing to run first. And right here, screwed. The safety here doesn't know what the hell to do. This linebacker's trying to get out to someone. I think he's still trying to play the run. But by the time Breece Hall gets into his wheel, the route, it's over. Here they are, these two. They don't know what the hell's going on. At first, while watching this live, I wasn't watching downfield. I thought maybe it was a cover three, and Hall snuck in underneath the deep third. But that's not even the case. It's just man. And Miami screwed up its responsibilities because they were so focused on the run, on their toes all game. And this was the moment LaFleur and the Jets said, stop it. Stop disrespecting us. We're going to make you pay for it. Now you got to play us head up. And from this moment on, the Jets ran a lot better. There goes the flasher. On their toes, screwed. You guys are screwed. Let's watch it again. On their toes, trying to fill, and they're done. They were completely screwed up. That was a safety. Yes, safety, linebacker. Tight end doing the flash sifting motion. Let's see who's going to take them. I mean, I guess right here, that would make sense. And then this safety is supposed to have Breece Hall, but LaFleur messes with the communication, messes with the responsibility, and it's just a great in-game adjustment to just take it to Miami's aggressive defense and say, hey, back off, or we're just going to destroy you. And look at Berrios downfield. You got to love Berrios. Hustling. I kind of thought he maybe cost Breece a touchdown here. Oh, tripping over the little dude, but great hustle, great job. Michael Carter gets it in, finishes it off, and the house is rocking from here on out. But tip of the cap to LaFleur. Great job, great execution all the way around.